Assalamualaikum. Today we're going to talk about speed. Speed is basically the rate of change of distance with time. It means that in a given time period how much distance is traveled. Okay? Fast moving objects have high speed and slow moving objects have low speed. Okay? So let's come to the formula. The formula of speed is equals to distance traveled divided by time taken. This means that how much distance is traveled in a specific time means that the speed is low or high. Okay, let's take an example. For example, we have this distance, okay, of 1 kilometer. Okay, and we have student A and student B and student C. Okay, so student A traveled this distance in 15 minutes, student B traveled in 20 minutes, and student C traveled in 17 minutes. Okay, so what does this means? That student A was fastest, right? Because he traveled the same distance in small amount of time. So this means that student A was faster and student B was the slowest. Okay, because he took 20 minutes for the same distance, because the distance is same and the time periods of all the students are different. So speed is what? Speed is the ratio between distance traveled and time taken. Now let's talk about the units for speed. Okay, so we know that looking at the formula, let's look at the formula first. We know that distance traveled, okay, distance traveled is measured in meters, base unit is meters. Okay, and time taken, time base unit is what? Seconds. So the unit is going to be meter per second. We can also write it like this. So now let's discuss the speed equation. We already know that speed is equal to distance traveled divided by time, right? So this is the equation of speed. So we can write it with three different ways. For example, if we need to find time and we have speed and distance given, what will we do? We will shift time to this side of the equation and shift speed to this side of the equation. Okay, so then our equation will be time is equals to distance upon speed. Similarly, if we have to find out the distance and time and speed are given, we are simply going to shift speed to this side of the equation. So then the equation will be distance is equals to time multiplied by speed. So these are the three ways in which we can write the speed equation. Okay, so now let's do a numerical regarding to the speed equation. So we have the question: the distance of the earth from the sun is 149 million kilometers. Okay, the speed of light is 300,000 kilometers per second. So now what they're asking is, what is the time taken for the light to travel from the sun to the earth? Now let's make a little diagram for this. Okay, for example, here we have the sun and here we have the earth. Okay, here we have the earth. So what they're saying is that the distance from the earth to the sun, this distance is what? 149 million kilometers. Okay, in kilometers. And then they're saying the speed of light is what? The speed of light is 300,000 kilometers per second. Okay, so now what we have to find? We have to find the time. So the equation will be the equation that we are going to use is the time one, right? Time is equals to distance upon speed. This is the equation that we are going to use, right? So first let's make the data that we have is distance, right? Number one thing that we have is distance is what? 149 million kilometers. Then we have got what? The distance, and we have the speed of light, which we have is 300,000 kilometer per seconds. Okay, and what we need to find out? We need to find out the time. So simply what we are going to do is that we are going to keep all the things in the formula, and so the equation will be time is equals to distance upon, here's kilometer, right? Kilometer and kilometer cancel, zeros and zeros cancel, and the answer that we have is 496.7 seconds. And if we convert it into minutes, we will get 8 minutes and 16.7 seconds. Okay, and the result we can easily say is that the time taken to for light to travel from sun to earth is what? 496.7 seconds. We all know that most moving objects does not have constant speed. For example, if we are traveling in a car, the car will start at a slow speed and then we can increase the speed, and if there's traffic, the speed will be decreased again. Same goes for an MRT train. MRT train starts with a slow speed and then start moving very fast, and then when it comes to a station, it slows down again. So now we have an numerical for average speed. Okay, so the question is, an MRT train took 11.5 minutes to travel 10 kilometers, okay, from station X to Y. So we have first station X and then we have a station Y. Okay, it stopped at station Y for 0.5 minutes. Then it took another 24 minutes to travel 20 kilometers from station Y to station Z. Okay, so we have three stations X, Y and Z. Okay, and in between we have the distance. Okay, and we have also what? The distance, and we have the time limit also. So from X to Y we have 10 kilometers, and from Y to Z we have 20 kilometers. Okay, and the time taken was from X to Y, it took 11.5 minutes, right? And then at station Y it stopped. Okay, it stopped for 0.5 minutes. Then it started again and it took 24 minutes, right, to travel. Okay, so now it's asking for its average speed. Okay, so now let's make the data. What is given is that distance we have two distance, right? One distance is of 10 kilometer and the other distance is of 20 kilometer, right? Then what is given? Time is given, right? And time we have three times, right? The first, from one station to X to Y we have 11.5 minutes, and then from at Y station it stopped for 0.5 minutes, and then from y to z it took 24 minutes, right? So now we will do the solution. What we are going to do, basically, what is the formula? The formula for average speed is, as we need to find out average speed, not speed. Average speed is what? Speed was what? Distance upon time, right? So average speed will be all the distance upon all the time taken. Okay, this would be total distance upon total time. Okay, so how it's going to be? We are going to plus 10 plus 20 kilometers, okay, upon 11.5 plus 0.5 plus 24 minutes. Okay, after calculation we have 30 kilometers upon 36 minutes. Okay, but this minute we will have to convert it into hours. Okay, because kilometer per minute is not a proper unit. We have to do it kilometer per hours. Okay, so to convert it into minutes, what we have to do, let's do a little rough work over here. Okay, what we have to do, 36 divided by 60, because 1 hour में 60 minutes होते हैं. ठीक है, 36 divided by 60, and the answer will be 0.6. okay, 0.6 hours. So then we are going to write it like this: 30 kilometers upon 0.6 hours, and after dividing 30 by 0.6 we get the answer 50 kilometer per hour. Okay, now we can write the result statement, which is the average speed of MRT train is 50 kilometers per hour. I hope this was clear. If you have any questions, you can email me or write in the comments below. Thank you.